Nick Burridge from CAMPER, and you're now on the boat crew. How do you feel about that?
Great, really excited. It's been a lifelong dream of mine to sail in this race, so to get to do this leg across the Atlantic, really excited. A little bit apprehensive, but that's just normal.
So Mike had to drop out of the boat crew and move to shore crew because he had an injury from his duties as a bowman, right?
Yeah.
And you're going to replace him as a bowman, so what do you think? Has he given you any pointers on how not to get injured? Or?
Yeah, for sure, but I mean, first, Mike's still part of the sailing team, I'm still part of the shore team. I've always been a member of the shore team, but also the reserve sailor for the team. So nothing's changed in our team within the structure or anything. It's just my job to fill in for anyone on board that's injured, and just unfortunately for Mike, it's his turn basically to get an injury, but he's been really helpful in all areas of the boat, systems, everything, giving me a great handover. So it's still a little green, but after the next couple of days, hopefully that wears off and I get to know a lot of the back of my hand.
I know that you've done a lot of ocean racing. Have you done a race like this type of leg that you're going to be facing right now, from like the Americas to Europe?
Yeah, I have sailed across the Atlantic and stuff, not as part of the Volvo race, and I've sailed on some pretty quick boats in my time, but nothing that'll really rival sailing across the Atlantic on a Volvo 70.
So what do you think is going to be your main concern out there on the bow?
You get a lot of water over the deck, so your main thing you try and do is make sure you're clipped on so you can't get washed back into dagger boards and things like that.
Yeah.
And you just need to keep your wits about you when you're very tired in the middle of the night and that sort of thing.
Like I was mentioning, I read in your bio that you have been a sailor since your early days as a youngin, as a youngster.
Yeah.
So you grew up racing opties?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
What kind of things do you think that you learned back then that you can still apply to your sailing now?
I think the main thing you learn back there is just general boat handling. Just being around a boat, being used to that, and I don't think I was never a great optimist sailor, so I was I didn't hone my sailing skills too well, but I think just general seamanship. You're out in your little dinghy on your own. One way or another, you have to get back to shore. So.
What did you race after opties?
Raced in some lasers, some sunbursts at high school, and then into keel boats.
There are two sailors here from the United States that are going to be in the Olympics this year. They started as opties. They're Paige and the Rayleigh.
Yes.
I'm trying to remember her brother's name, but I can't remember.
Zach, I think.
They were telling me, I was interviewing them, and I said, so what's after this? Like, what would you like to do? And they're like, we wanted to do Volvo Ocean Race.
Yeah.
And so obviously it's something that people are thinking about now, the future for future dinghy sailors to look forward to. But that's one of the things that the Rayleigh said, that they weren't that great at opties, but once they got the basics down and they moved to the faster boats, it really helped them sailing. So that really falls in line with what you just said.
Yeah.
Well, looks like we're getting ready to crank up here. So thank you so much, Nick.
No problem.